morning. Welcome to the town of Motorhome, Iceland, on the mid-eastern coastline. Probably one of the most pretty campsites we've had since we've been here, which was nice because of the rather stressful afternoon that yesterday sort of devolved into. But we're ready to kick off again. We're heading down south further in our clockwise tour around this big island. And our first stop, I think, is the famous Black Ice Beach. Tiffany, what's it called? The official name?
Jack-Listauren Diamond Beach.
She's getting pretty good at the pronunciation thing. I'm not there yet. So we're packed up and we're off. Hopefully with no mud instances. We're still making our way down the coast, and we stopped at the what kind of museum is this? I'm not sure. I think it's just the History of Iceland Museum, but I thought this was kind of cool on the side of the building. They have these books sticking out. That's part of the building. It's pretty neat. So let's go grab a bite to eat now.
Actually got a Icelandic breakfast.
Ready to dig in?
Yes. Very much so.
Jack-Listauren, this is the Glacier Lagoon, and after this we'll go to the Diamond Beach, which is on the other side of that bridge. But this is the Glacier Lagoon. Ourselves to the other side of the bridge, and we're on Diamond Beach now. I don't know if I can pick it up, but this sand is black, or very close to black. We're gonna head down and see if we can see some of these ice chunks up on the beach. Alright, we've left the second glacier now.
Lagoon.
And the lagoon. What's it called? The weather today is
Poopy.
not being as cooperative as it was the last few days. It's raining pretty good now, so I'm hoping it clears up. The glaciers are spectacular, but with the dark colors and the gray, the camera's not really picking up on all the details of just how big it is, which it would under the blue skies, but it's okay. It's what part of Iceland is bad weather. Next stop.
More Iceland stuff.
More Iceland stuff.
More Iceland stuff.
The rain has not stopped, so we're actually thinking about getting to a campsite early tonight just to have a longer afternoon and some relaxed time. But we ran into this, another waterfall on the way. Tiffany's out there getting a picture. You know, one of the things mentioning on this trip that we haven't yet, because it's not really a big attraction, but I feel like I should say something because they're everywhere, are the N1 stores. They're like the 7-Elevens of Iceland. There's gas stations at each of them, convenience stores, that's a lot of them, and at many of them there's a full restaurant on the inside, and they're all over the place. You're pretty much guaranteed you're going to go in one at some point if you come to Iceland. Is that your jig? Good news and bad news.
Bad news.
Bad news first.
Just rip it off like a band-aid.
Continue straight.
Bad news is that our glacier hike that we were supposed to do tomorrow morning in the south of Iceland, which was definitely one of the highlights of the trip, if not the highlight of the trip,
For me.
for her and for me, has been canceled due to weather tomorrow. The good news is the weather that we were having today has gotten better. So we're going to carry on and do a couple more things. I think there's a plane, kind of a famous plane wreckage site that's about 15 minutes away from where we are in the town of Vik, and possibly a couple other things. So we're going to go explore that, but our day tomorrow has sort of freed up a little bit now, so we get to do some planning. Walking down to this DC-3 plane wreck, it was pouring rain, but then it stopped. And look what we got when the rain stopped in front of us. Camera probably can't make that out, but that is one big ass rainbow. Double rainbow, in fact. How long would you guess that walk was from the parking lot? 2.5 miles?
3.5?
There it is. The famous crash site of this DC-3. I don't know the story, so hopefully there's a plaque or some sort of something up that tells what happened and why it was left here and not cleaned up. Let's get closer and find out. So here we are, and unfortunately there is no plaque, so I don't know the story about this. I know it's a DC-3. We just made out. The camera probably won't pick it up, but there's a lot of graffiti on the plane, but you can make out that it says United States there. It does, where a decal used to be. Here's the inside. I'm gonna watch my step here. Be careful, do not fall.
Yeah, it looks like controllers and everything. It almost looks like...
Okay, getting back. What's the distance? There's the 3.5 kilometers. So that's 7 round trip, we'll say. It's probably a little more.
Yeah.
So
40-minute walk.
pretty close. But I'm gonna go ahead and we are gonna go ahead and sign off for the night now. We're tired. We're ready to have a quiet evening in the camper. We'll see you tomorrow. Not sure what we're doing tomorrow since the glacier hike was canceled. So we'll
more waterfalls, more Iceland stuff.
More Iceland stuff, one way or the other. Bye.
Catch you later.